Well, COVID-19, full in effect. Schools are shut down in Missouri. I'm on spring break. Usually on spring break, I go look for video games. And this whole COVID-19 thing has kind of hindered that. Usually I would take the boys out. Usually we would go somewhere, an outdoor flea market or, somewhere we haven't been before. So today, what am I going to do? I'm on quarantine. You can only be in groups of 10 or less. Well, I'm going to go look for some video games. So let's check out to see what I find. Thanks for watching. Just got out of my favorite store in Mexico, Missouri. A blast from the past. I'll show you guys what I got, and it's a pretty significant haul. Well, I'm going to go hunt for some toilet paper. I'm actually going to go pick up a few things here and there too. And I will actually report on my local grocery store and the availability of toilet paper. Let's check it out. Well, I just got back from the grocery store and I did not acquire any toilet paper. Now, I have plenty of toilet paper. That was more of a curiosity than anything, and I probably have enough for 2, maybe 3 weeks. We'll see. I didn't hoard any up, but I always keep plenty in stock, if you will. But the stores were not like super empty. The shelves were not super empty. I did not go to Walmart. I went to a more local grocery store, and yeah, it wasn't super surprising. I think that the whole panic buying thing is kind of done, but I was able to buy what I needed to buy minus the toilet paper. So yeah, just pro tip, don't panic buy. There's gonna be plenty of food, and just don't freak out about this, okay? Just make sure you're washing your hands. Okay, I used a lot of hand sanitizer today when I went out and about, and I'm gonna really wash my hands whenever I get home. So guys, just stay clean, be smart, use your head, and yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got, and it was a very significant haul, like I said. So let's see. Alright, so instead of just showing each game like this, All-Star Baseball 99 on the Game Boy. Oh, I'm going to try something a little different, and I think you guys might enjoy it. So let's check out my new pickup format. So this is my new format. I am going to show every single game that I find. And these 4 games, nothing special. They're headed to the Missouri Game Con, if we have it, that is. Next, this is so cool. This is Play It Loud Game Boy series, the see-through edition. I do not have this in my collection. It's going in the collection. It is dirty as all get out. I have not tested it yet. But I did end up taking the batteries out. They were exploded and leaking. I took them out very safely. And there's some battery corrosion. I'll clean that up as well. Next, a hodgepodge of games here. PS4, PSP, PS2, Xbox 360, and one really crappy DS game. These games, oddly enough, I don't have in my collection. They will stay in the collection. And good old Chicken Blaster. Oh boy, a lot of Super Nintendo games. Now most of these I own, most of these are in my collection, and a lot of them are going to go to the Missouri Game Con, and either I'll sell them or I'll trade them. And there's actually quite a few decent games in here. And again, I own every single one of these. I'm not sure if I own that Spider-Man game. I'm gonna check in my collection. It's hard to keep track of stuff when you have such a large collection. And Animaniacs, that's a good game. I do not have that strategy game at the top, and that's gonna go in the collection. This was cool to find. Now, this was a rental game at Cinema Plus. I can tell it has all the old magnetic strips for security reasons. This is staying in my collection. I don't have this game anyway, so yeah, I love finding that stuff. I probably rented this game as a kid. Lethal Enforcers with the gun, with the Enforcer. Man, this was really cool to find. I am not a huge fan of this series, but man, it's really neat to have the gun and the game. I didn't have the game, so really cool to add to the collection. Some Super Famicom games, and every now and again I get on a Super Famicom kick, and there are some Dragon Ball Z games in there, and there's a Mickey Mouse game. What Mickey Mouse game is that? Let me know down in the comments. These were totally awesome to find. These are original vintage Atari Hangers. You can actually hang them by a string, and they were sold in stores from what I've been told, from what I understand. They're not exclusive to like game stores or computer stores in the 80s. You could buy them. So they're not as rare as you would think, but these are in pristine shape. And Haunted House is one of my all-time favorite Atari 2600 games. I'm so happy to have that. And there's my foot. Next, another piece of art, if you will. And this is an advertisement, a Konami advertisement. I am not sure where this was found or where it was at. It looks like it was a newspaper. I could be wrong, but man, this is really neat. And it was already framed. I paid $10 for it, and it's going to go up in the game room. Vectrex. I'm so pumped to add some Vectrex games to my collection. Now, I have Scramble and Armor Attack already. I do not have Starhawk, Hyper Chase, or Cosmic Chasm. Is that what it's called? And then you have these overlays. I do not have a single overlay, and when I saw these, I had to have them in my collection. Now, Spike I don't have, and I will be on the lookout for that one. It's not a super hard to find Vectrex game. Cosmic Chasm, that's what it's called. And yeah, really neat to find these overlays. They're harder to find than you think, and I would love to have some more. Now I'm going to show off what an overlay looks like on my Vectrex that I've had for quite a while now. And this is just Mindstorm, the game that's loaded into the system, preloaded into the system. And I'm not going to lie, it was pretty neat. And it's a clever way to get around not having color. And it was a pretty neat effect. And just see for yourself. Now, the video is not going to do it justice. And I probably need to clean my screen. I also probably need to clean this overlay. It's a little bit on the dingy side, but man, it is so cool to have that with my Vectrex collection. I would love to have a complete Vectrex set. Now, I did pick up another Vectrex. This was so cool to find. And the reason I got it was because of the box. Now, the box is a little beat up. It's not pristine by any means. And I'm going to show you guys the Vectrex, the second Vectrex I got in action here in a minute. And yeah, it's banged up, it's dinged up, but it's not in that bad a shape, in my opinion, to add to the collection. And it's just so cool. I'm such a huge Vectrex fan, and this is just an awesome piece to add to my collection, to my little mini museum. And I love these little graphics here, especially this little bit about sound. The Vectrex is very, very infamous for the buzzing sound you hear, and then you're going to see there's a little bit of damage here and there, and just some various games from the era. So cool to add this to my collection. So cool. And again, I would love a full Vectrex set. And yeah, I'm always on the hunt for Vectrex stuff. Now, here's the Vectrex in action. I'm going to show you guys, I had a little problem, and it seemed like the vertical was off. And you guys saw me playing my old Vectrex and the way it looked. This is what it looked like when it turned on. I'm glad I tested it, and I actually got a little bit better of a deal in this Mindstorm here. And I'm so glad I just pro tip, test everything that you can, especially if you're putting a little bit of money into it. And there it is, all messed up looking, and the vertical is off. And I'm going to try to do something that I didn't do at the store. I actually end up like tapping it lightly, and it fixes the screen. Jeez Louise. That is so crazy. So there you have it. Those are my pickups during this quarantine, during this pandemic. I hope you guys are going to stay safe during this. Wash your hands, stay inside. Do not be in groups larger than 10. Please, please be safe. Guys, I'm really surprised with what I got. Some of this stuff the store owner had been holding back for me for a while, but I'm still really happy about the Vectrex stuff, the overlays, and the games. Alright guys, be safe. Thank you for watching.